Hi guys, Dave here with a brand new rhythm guitar lesson for you. Today we're going to look at Jupiter by Earth, Wind & Fire, a great classic funk groove in the key of E. There's an awful lot to get through. There's two guitar parts to this, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight into guitar part number one. So, the intro, you get this repeating figure, happens 4 times. So note wise we're on the D string and we're just going 7, 5, 7, 9. And I could slide into 9. I should add that. Like that. Picking wise I go down, down, up, up. Anyway, that's what it's doing. 4 times, and then we get this little... So, chord wise, I'll explain the harmony. It's basically going to be an A flat 13 chord, and it just goes up chromatically. So A flat, A 13, and then B flat 13. But all we're going to do is just play these 3 strings. So it's 6 on the B, 5 on the G, and 4 on the D. And then I just move that up 1 fret at a time. And I do it all with up strums when I do that. Use your left hand, anything available to mute off the other strings. Sometimes I bring my thumb over, I'll let the fingers lean on anything that's underneath, just so that I'm only hearing those 3 strings. And then the next 2 chords, really it's a C major 9 and a B minor 7, but we're just going to play the top of the chords. So really, the first one's going to be, looks like a G triad in fact. So I'm just playing 7E, 8B, 7G, just a down strum for a beat, and then I'm just going to play what is basically a D major triad on the top here, and for that I'm holding down 5E, 7B, 7G. Like that. And that gives you the intro. Okay, the main groove that you hear on guitar 1, and this kind of very closely follows the bass part. So it's just a kind of a bass guitar unison thing. This happens in a lot of the song. So let's take you through the notes. We've got 7A, 7E, back to the A, go 5, 7. Then we're going to go 7, 5, 7. So we've got... And then it's basically going to play the first bit again. We're going to go 7A, 7E. And then back to A, we play 5, 7. And then we're going to play this little double stop. So that's 7A and 6D, and we're just going to go down, up, down, like that. And then that's the same 4-note figure we had earlier, 7A, 7E, and then back to A, 5, 7. So you get a lot of that kind of pattern happening. It gets displaced over the bar though, so it's makes it sound a little bit more interesting. Okay, the next bar, we're going to play an open E on the 6th string. Then we're going to go 7A, 7E. So, and then back to A again, 5, 7. So, and then A again, we're going to go 7, 5, 7. Then that little 4-note figure again, 7A, 7E, back to A, 5, 7. And Then we can play 7 one more time on the A. Then the next bit's all on the E string. We go 7, 5, and then open. So if I play that whole section one more time, you'll get a slowed down version with drums in a minute. Here you go, and that's the main groove for guitar 1. So that main groove, that plays through all of the verse and the chorus, and then we get to a bridge and we're going to play some chords. Some of them are on the beat, some of them are pushed. Again, when you hear it along the drums, it's going to make a little bit more sense. So I'll just go through the shapes. So the first one for the bridge is going to be, it's an E11, or you can think of it as a D over E chord. And that one's actually a push. And all I'm doing now is bowing across the 7th fret from the B string up to the A string. Now you can play it with a single bar. I've seen other people do it with like 2 fingers, because that kind of helps them to kind of mute off the strings outside. So whatever feels good to you. I think I've seen Nile Rodgers play this shape like this. So the next one is on the beat. It's going to be a D minor 9. So that is 5B, 5G, 3D, 5A. And then we're going to play a C major 7. So that's bowing across the 3rd fret from the E to the A string. And then we got 5B, 4G and 5D. Then we're going to play a B11 or an A over B, just bowing across the 2nd fret from the B string to the A string. Again, if you want to play it with 2 fingers, whatever way you want to do that, it's fine. So you get this little run down. So let's push 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, that last one's actually on the beat, so I'll do that one more time. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to go up again. For the first 3 chords are the same. And then we're going to do a B7 sharp 9, good old Hendrix chord. So for that is 3B, 2G, 1D and 2A. Then we're going to play the first 4 chords again. Then we're going to play the first 3 chords again. So and then we're back into the intro part. Okay, the only other part for guitar 1 is during the brass instrumental, where it kind of does a lot of chromatic movement on a 4-note phrase, basically. So it goes up to basically F. So you're going to get a lot of this 4-note phrase. So here I'm playing it on 8 on the A, 8E, and then 6/8 on the A. And then you're going to play that again, and then one more on the 8 on the A, like that. And basically it takes that phrase and it moves it up to an A flat. It's the same move, but I'm going to move it over to the next set of strings. So for this one I play it on 6D, 6A, and then 4/6 on the D. Do that again, and then play 6 one more time on the D. Like that. Right, now the next bit is just a 4-note phrase that descends chromatically. So we're going to go up to A now. So this will make this a little bit easier. I'm just going to give you the first one, and then it's just a 1 fret jump each time. So 7D, 7A, and then 5/7 on the D, like that. And then just move the whole thing 1 fret, and again, all the way down to the 3rd fret, like that. Then you repeat that descending run. And that's it. That brings you to the end of the instrumental section. And as far as guitar parts go for guitar number 1, that's it. The rest of it's just the groove. Okay, on to guitar part number 2. There's going to be a lot more variation in this guitar part. So let's start with the intro. It's very similar to guitar 1 in fact, but we're just going to drop the first line down an octave, like so. So that's just going to be all on the E string, and we're just going to go 5, 3, 5, 7. And again, I tend to slide into that last one. So I'm just going down, down, up, like that. That happens 4 times, and then you've got the chord run up that you had on guitar 1. So I won't go through that too much. I'm not sure if he actually doubles it or not, but I did for my version. So just like guitar 1. Okay, guitar 2, the first 4 bars just before verse 1 goes like this. So you can think of it either as part of an E minor 7 or more of a Hendrixy. I get a feeling it's more of the Hendrix kind of E7 sharp 9s shape. But the reality is that you're only playing 2 strings. So that's 8 on the B and 7 on the G, and then I just mute the other strings off. So for the first 3 bars, you get this groove. So I'm just going a couple of scratches, then I get down, down, up, 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 like that. Like that. So that happens for three bars, and then on the 4th bar, So for that bar, we're just going down, down, up, and then down, down, up again, and then we just go down a semitone for another down. So that's on 7B and 6G, like that. And that's what happens just before verse number 1. Okay, now the next pattern works over both the verse and the chorus. Okay, so for the first 3 bars, you just get this. So back to that shape again, down, then down, up, and then we're going to go down a half step, do an up, and then come back up, do a down, followed by another, by an up, basically, slowly, down, down, up, down, up, up. Like that. So basically 3 times round on that, and then on bar number 4 you just get this, down, down, up, back a half step for an up, down, sorry, and then back up for an up, and then you repeat that like that. And that's, like I say, that's the main groove that happens over the verse and the chorus. Right, the guitar 2-part for the bridge is a little bit more involved. It's a bit of bubble picking, and it's based around the E minor pentatonic, so you can think of it in those sort of terms. There's quite a lot of variation to this actually, so I'll do it a bar at a time. So as you can hear all the scratches in between, so I'll just give you the main notes and the picking direction for those notes. So it's going to be 7 on the D, then 5, then 7/5 on the A, then we're going to go back to 5 on the D, sorry, and then 5 on the A, and then back to 5 on the G, like that. And then for the final beat, you get all on the A, 5/5/7. And the picking is kind of down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up, like that. Okay, the next bar. Bit of a move here actually. So 5 on the G, D, just 2 downs, and then this time you're going to hit it on an up, and then 7 on the A for a down. So you kind of get an up down like that, down, down, up, down, like that. Then we're going to get 5D, 5A, 7E. Ooh. And then 7 on the D, and it's just down, up, like that. Then on the A string we get 5, 5, and then hammer onto 7, and it's going to go, so it's like up, down, hammer, like that. So that bar like that. Okay, bar number 3. So back to the D string, 5, 5, 5, and it's going to go down, down, up, and then down on the 5 of the A, so like that, 5, 5, 5, 5 on the A, down, down, up, down, and then back to 5 on the D. So 5, 5, and it's going to go down and then an up, and then hammering 5, 7 on the A. So it's a down hammer. Like that. Then bar 4. So 5, 5 on the D, and then 5 and then 7 on the A. Same thing as before, down, down, up, down, like that. And then we get kind of like a little blues lick, really. So on the 7 on the D, you're going to bend and release just a half step. Then we're going to go 5, then 7A, 7D, 5D, 7A, back to 5D. Like that. Okay, bar number 5. So note wise, we've got 5 on the D, then another 5, 7A, then 5D, 5A, 7E, 5D, and then finishing off with a hammer 5 to 7 on the A. So it's kind of down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, hammer. Okay, next bar, bar number 6. Which is actually the same as bar number 2. I'll just very briefly do it. Well, almost the same. Yeah, no, it's the same. Yeah. Okay, so it's just going to go on the D, 5, 5, 5, then 7 on the A, and then we've got this move again. So it's 5D, 5A, 7E, 7D. Just down, up, and then on the A, 5, 5, and then a hammer onto 7. So like that, sorry. Like that. Okay, bar number 7. Which is in fact the same as bar number 5. So 5, 5 on the D, one more 5, 7A, then we've got that again, 5, 5D, 5A, 7E, 5D, and a little hammer on the A string, 5 to 7 at the end. Okay, and then to finish off, all on the D string, just 5, 5, 5, and it's just down, down, up, like that. And then that's going to put us into the little intro part again. So I don't need to go over that again. Okay, the 4 bars just before verse 2 is very slightly different to what happened before. It's just a slight variation on the groove, and to be thorough, I'll just show you what that is. So this happens for 2 bars. So again, that same little shape, 8B, 7G, and it's just going to go down, down, up, 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 like that. Does that for another bar, and then it goes back to what the original groove was. I'll just remind you what that is. All it does is basically miss out the last up strum. So it's down, down, up, 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 like that. And then for the bar 4, what we had before, so that's down, down, up, up, down, down, up, and then go down a half step for a down. Like that, and that takes you into verse number 2. So for guitar 2, once you've done verse 2 and the chorus, which is all the same groove, then we hit the instrumental section. So this is where it kind of just moves around chromatically. So for the first one, well, the first 2 chords actually, it kind of does a, I suppose it's like a minor 11 shape. Again, he's only going to hit, for the first bit, just the B and the G strings. But then I hear this little thing on the end on the track. So anyway, so for that first chord, which is basically an F minor 11, I suppose, I've just got 9 on the B, 8 on the G, and that's just going down, down, up, 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 and then I hear basically the D and the A strings at the 8th fret with just a down up. It's your choice whether you play it or not. It's just what I hear on the record. Like that. Then takes that whole shape up and plays it over an E flat. An A flat minor 11. So there I'm at the 12th fret on the B, and then it's 11th fret for the rest of it. So the G, D, and A strings. And it's slightly different. Again, use your discretion with how close you want to go to the original. But in this position, just a little variation. He hits the first one on a down, and then down up, and then he slides into it and does another down up. So you kind of get like that, just from maybe a half step below, just slides in. Hits it on another up, and then again just plays the D and the A strings for a down up. So the first 2 chords, you get this. Like that. The rest of it is just done on 2 strings, so we're going to move up to basically an A minor 7, but again we're just playing the first, the B and the G strings, so that's now 13 on the B and 12 on the G. And you just go down, down, up. And then we're just going to go down a half step each time for a down and then an up. And then again. All the way down to an F minor 7. Then we go back up to the A minor 7, down, down, up, and then each chord does the same thing. It goes down, down, up. because of the way the chords are spaced, though, it kind of each one falls over a different part of the beat, like kind of like a little bit of a polyrhythm, if you like, and that takes you through the whole of the brass instrumental. Then you're back into the chorus groove right to the end after that. So that's all the guitar parts for Jupiter. Okay, what else do I need to tell you about? I think for guitar 1, it sounds like it's a middle pickup. So the first part where it was all kind of doubling the bass sounds more like a middle pickup. Might even be done on a Telecaster, maybe. But for guitar 2, it definitely felt like it was an out of phase. So bridge and middle pickups on a Strat will probably get you really close to the original sound. Just aim for a nice clean sound, nice and bright, maybe a little bit of compression, and I think you'll be in the right ballpark as far as the sound goes. Okay, well, that's the lesson. I just want to remind you, if you like these lessons and you want to help support me, visit my Patreon page, where not only will you be able to get the tabs, but also the backing track for this tune as well. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed this lesson, guys, and I will see you for one real soon.